Not long removed from the inaugural Fantasy World Championship of last season, where we were crowned Carlos Sainz a world champion, we are back for season 2. It's the Formula 1 Opapi Greek Grand Prix of 2022 here at Patras in Greece. And certainly we're looking forward to this one, folks. We've got a long season ahead, but we start here at the Challengerista International Circuit. 4.835 kilometers, that's 3.004 miles. 64 laps is what beckons the drivers, with a lap record achieved by Charles Leclerc of a 1:13.879. Top speeds of up to 320 kilometers per hour, that's 205 miles per hour with a 2.5 meter elevation. It's certainly going to test the drivers in terms of pure pace. 3 tyre compounds is standard, C4s, C3s and C2s. Red bands being the soft, yellow bands being the medium, and hards being the whites, of course, folks. So lots of opportunities for strategy. Let's take a look at how that strategy is going to unfold with this starting grid. Back of the row, it's certainly going to be Nicholas Latifi. Joining him, Lance Stroll, P's 20th and 19th respectfully. Alex Albon in 18th place, with Sebastian Vettel for Aston Martin in 17th spot. 16th goes to Daniel Ricciardo, with Yuki Tsunoda in 15th place. 14th place goes to Guan Yu Zhou, with Lando Norris lining up alongside him for McLaren. In P12, we have Mick Schumacher for Haas, lining up alongside Fernando Alonso for Alpine. Lewis Hamilton, not a great start, P10 with Esteban Ocon in 9th spot. George Russell, Hamilton's teammate, 8th place, with Pierre Gasly for AlphaTauri in 7th. Valtteri Bottas in 6th, with Kevin Magnussen on his return to Formula 1, 5th place. Sergio Perez in 4th alongside last year's champ, Carlos Sainz in 3rd. P2 goes to Max Verstappen, with Charles Leclerc, the Monegas, starting on pole position. And that's all 5 lights. And it's pedal to the metal. Go, 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 go. And Charles Leclerc gets a wonderful start now, as they now streak down towards turn 1. But certainly up front, Max Verstappen trying to get the upper hand, heading down the inside. In behind Carlos Sainz, the current champion, now in 3rd place. With him behind as well, Sergio Perez trying to gain upon him 2 by 2. It's Noah's Ark now. Heading around this next stride, the Ferrari with the upper hand up in front. Verstappen concedes into 2nd place. There you can see Carlos Sainz well and truly up with the order, with Kevin Magnussen now having a go at Sergio Perez as they now make their way down this next straight. You can see they're now riding on board with Sergio Perez up into 4th now, a puff of smoke as we can now see Mick Schumacher looking to challenge the 2 Alpines side by side. 3 wide now, here comes Lando Norris looking to come down the inside as well.
I lost power.
Okay, copy.
Lost power. Flat out.
Well, big dramas, loss of power for Esteban Ocon. Heartbreaking here from the start of this Grand Prix, but still side by side though. Now with Lando Norris around this next right-hander. And now here we have Pierre Gasly, with him behind as well, Mick Schumacher. In between the pair though, Daniel Ricciardo, as they now make their way down the stretch. Ricciardo now looking to try and take Pierre Gasly. Smoothly does it up into 9th place.
Box. Terribly sorry, that's our race done, unfortunately.
And here we go again, Lewis Hamilton up right in behind now with Valtteri Bottas. These 2 former teammates from last season. Bottas now in Alfa Romeo, inside line though for Lewis Hamilton. Down the home stretch now in the Silver Arrows, past the paddock. Lewis Hamilton up into 7th place with the nose in front as they now send it down towards turn 1. But there's Bottas' front wing there, going side by side. But Hamilton just far too much here at this point in lap 7. And George Russell making moves here on Kevin Magnussen in towards turn 1. We saw Hamilton do this to Bottas only moments ago, and now Russell moves into 5th place, with now Hamilton on the rear of Kevin Magnussen. Well, it wasn't the most comfortable of starts for Mercedes this season, starting where they did on the grid, but Lewis Hamilton, eager to trip his way through the field, makes his way through now on Kevin Magnussen, and the Dane has no answer this time for the 7 times world champion. Lewis Hamilton now in front of Kevin Magnussen. Well, here we go again, Alonso inside of Norris. You can see there Norris running very, very wide now as he makes his way around the final corner, makes his way down the home straight now, and the gap is now crawling between him and Mick Schumacher. Down in towards a 1/10 of a second, Norris Norris is absolutely sending it in towards turn 1 in the face of the Haas of Schumacher as they make their way through. Certainly Norris looking to try and get into the top 10 as well, because Pierre Gasly is right ahead of him here. Side by side with the AlphaTauri. Why not indeed? They look like they're going 3 wide into the next right. A little squeeze there from Norris. There on Mick Schumacher, and was able to get through on Gasly as well. Great move. Well, only moments ago, we saw Lando Norris moving up into the top 10. Daniel Ricciardo is looking to bust a move as well. He's got Kevin Magnussen this time. So yet another Haas as we now show you the brand new driver eye camera as we're now watching now the honey badger of Daniel Ricciardo down the inside now in towards turn 1. Number 3 now up into P7 ahead of Kevin Magnussen, who's relegated now into 8th place. Great move. Now Max Verstappen in the pits, going for a 2-stop with a fresh set of mediums. And Charles Leclerc in now as well, pitting for hards. A one-stop strategy for Ferrari here at this point. Now this is a similar sight from last year, 2 Mercedes and also a Red Bull as well. Why not? Now what we can tell you folks is that both Mercedes started with a set of hard tyres, looking to go to the end of the race as now George Russell makes his way down the inside of Perez. Obviously those hard tyres working for the Silver Arrows right now. Of course Perez on mediums at this moment in time. Now Lewis Hamilton on the rear of Perez. Of course Russell managing to dispatch the Red Bull, but there's a complication because Daniel Ricciardo, who has driven a superb race, is now sat in behind in 7th place, looking to chase on Hamilton. And of course Sergio Perez as well, as Hamilton slips through down the inside now around the hairpin and has managed to get the overspeed to now move ahead of Sergio Perez into 5th place. Excellent move by the 7-time champion, with now Ricciardo looking to chase. Here comes Max Verstappen, who now is also looking to try and gain. He is stuck behind Charles Leclerc as he now rounds his X left, a flick of the tail there on the car. Oh, a tip there in the back there, Charles Leclerc, who goes up onto the grass. The car has been stopped. Is he out of the race?
Sick, for f***'s sake, man. What the hell? This guy's a f***ing
And there's a puncture for Charles Leclerc. He can't get back on the way. The safety car is out. The safety car. Here is the replay of the alleged incident, of course, folks. And as you can see there, Max Verstappen dipping down the inside. It looked like Charles Leclerc had left the door open. You could possibly semi-absolve there, Max Verstappen. But 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Now, is that a harsh penalty? We know that the stewards are certainly trying to be a lot stricter this season, trying to, I suppose, police incidents out on track, but a huge moment. And Pierre Gasly now out of the race, the DNF for the AlphaTauri. Heartbreak. And here comes Max Verstappen serving his time penalty of 10 seconds and also taking time for a tyre change as well, his second of the race. And now as the safety car pulls in, his pedal to the metal for the 2nd time in this Grand Prix, and George Russell, who is certainly not waiting around, trying to attack now Carlos Sainz. The Ferrari, though, the current champion, in front, leading the way. In behind as well is Lewis Hamilton, with Sergio Perez gets so close in the initial sector, heading in towards Sector 2. It's Hamilton now, charging on Sergio Perez. Daniel Ricciardo in behind him. Oh, it's Max! Oh, it's Verstappen, he's out! Verstappen's out. Incredible scenes here. There's a collision between Yuki Tsunoda and Carlos Sainz. Race control are looking into it. Here comes Lewis Hamilton on teammate now George Russell, side by side between the 2 Silver Arrows as they now come out. It's Hamilton with the nose in front. Hamilton in front now. It's Sainz in P1. Hamilton in 2nd. George Russell sends it down the inside again, but he just can't quite get there. He is trying everything to get past his teammate, but Hamilton, with absolute defiance, holds on to P2. Now here's the replay between Verstappen and there's an Alpine there as well. There's Tsunoda down the... Oh, it just clipped him.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what a moment there. Verstappen looks like he had the inside apex. I think Tsunoda might have been in the wrong there. And now we look on board with Yuki Tsunoda. 10-second time penalty, and again the steward's not messing around, and I think that's correct. And now side-by-side action again. Now Verstappen, after that incident, is right at the back of the field, but his teammate Sergio Perez is still tussling it out with Hamilton and Russell. Russell, who's currently in 3rd after the overtake by Hamilton, now faces Sergio Perez as the Mexican dives down the inside and moves up into 3rd place. Oh, the engine keeps cutting out. What's going on? George Russell in a lot of trouble. Looks like there might be an issue. And now this time George Russell at the mercy of Daniel Ricciardo. At this moment in time, side by side, the McLaren, the Honey Badger, tenacious move there from Daniel Ricciardo, and he now moves into 4th place. A great return here in this Fantasy World Championship. While desperate times call for desperate measures, Red Bull relying on their Mexican driver, Sergio Perez, to pull out something magical here with now Verstappen at the back.
I need more power, man.
And Lewis Hamilton demanding more power in the car, as now you see Perez just rubbing the grass there on the inside. Here comes Hamilton now, trying to rush up here on Carlos Sainz. Nose to tail here between the pair, with now Perez in behind in 3rd place. Lewis Hamilton looks forward here, another straight. This is where the Mercedes will be deadly. Down the inside, side by side now as they round the next right. The hairpin, side by side again. Hamilton on top, ahead of the champion Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton into P1 here in lap 53. Oh, and there's a big spin. George Russell, it looked like Kevin Magnussen.
What the was he doing? Honestly, is he a fucking prick or what?
Well, another safety car out, and Sergio Perez taking full advantage, putting the soft tyres on. And now back with the action here in lap 59, and Carlos Sainz is at the mercy of Sergio Perez, who on those fresh soft tyres. Great bit of insight here from Red Bull, is now in the inside line now. Goes Sergio Perez hunting for that P2 spot. Hamilton leads, but for how long? As a 10-second time penalty is applied to Kevin Magnussen. The stewards are dishing them out right now. Only 4 laps to go. Hamilton leads, with now Sergio Perez just well within 0.3 of a second. And now we're seeing Perez on the quicker set of soft tyres. Down the inside now, Sergio Perez, and takes the lead here at Greece in our first round of the 2022 Championship. What a start to the season from Sergio Perez. And now, with only 1 lap left, the penultimate lap here at this moment in time. Please vote for your driver of the day, as now Valtteri Bottas now tries to make his way past Daniel Ricciardo, and successfully, I believe, has done it as well. The Alfa Romeo up into the top 5. Incredible drive here from Valtteri Bottas. Now Lewis Hamilton with Carlos Sainz in behind him. Now we're on the final lap, folks, as now we're seeing Sainz have a look down the inside now, round the next left, and the Scuderia look on, as now he looks to usurp that of the 7 times world champion. Current fantasy champ Sainz moves into 2nd place here. What an almighty performance. Here comes Hamilton again, no, not done yet. Might have the inside line, no, says Sainz. Well, he was once the bridesmaid. He was never the bride, though, but this season he will be for the first time. 2nd in his only podium visit at Miami last season. Sergio Perez will win the Opapi Greek Grand Prix of 2022.
Yes! 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 Thank you, guys. Hard work always pays off, man.
He has every right to be delighted. So do Red Bull. Sergio Perez wins the first race of the 2022 Fantasy World Championship season here in Greece. P1 goes to him, with Carlos Sainz in 2nd, Lewis Hamilton in 3rd, Lando Norris in 4th, Valtteri Bottas in 5th, Daniel Ricciardo in 6th, Fernando Alonso in 7th place, with Guan Yu Zhou in 8th, Kevin Magnussen in 9th, with Max Verstappen picking up 10th place. In 11th place went to Mick Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel in 12th, Yuki Tsunoda in 13th with Lance Stroll 14th, Alex Albon 15th with Nicholas Latifi 16th, and then George Russell, Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc and Esteban Ocon not finishing the race at all. The fastest lap going to Max Verstappen and Red Bull with a 1:14.799 on lap 63, gives them the extra point as well. Thank you for watching, folks. Please land your support in the comment section, leave a like and a subscribe. See you again very soon.